Hi, I'm Amy, thank you for tuning in. It's a while since I've done a haul video and I've been sent quite a few cool books. I bought a few cool books myself and this one's cool spooky object that I want to show you. I'm sure I've bought other things that I've forgotten about, but this one, how could I forget it? Because it's Jack Skellington calendar, yes, with the wrong date on it. But the reason I bought it mainly is that I like the fact that you can swap Jack's heads, the pumpkin and the skeleton. So it's more of a decorative item, but when I write on my desk a little bit more, I'm gonna probably use this daily, but I just thought that was a very cool addition to the collection. And next to the books. So first we have Witch Lore by Emma Hines, which comes out in October, perfect for spooky season. I read the description of this and had to request it because it says a love story to raise the dead, and then you get to the back and it says a lonely shapeshifter plus a dead girlfriend plus a charming new boy with the magic to bring her back. The perfect spell for your next obsession. I mean, I love magic. I love the sense of darkness that feels like there is at the core of this. Very exciting. Look how beautiful it is. The finished book looks really good on the back too. So yes, super excited about this one. Where am I going to put the books? I think down here will do it. So next I was sent Seven Deadly Thorns by Bloomsbury, and this one's by Amber Hamilton. I can't remember much about this apart from that the blurb sounded amazing, but just listen to this dedication. To the villains, because we're all wicked in someone else's fairy tale. I mean, that just really sells it to me. I love the fact that it was sent with paints to decorate it as well, or you can colour it in. So I'll report back when I know a little bit more about this one. This is another one that sounded so good. Girls of Dark Divine. Emblem must destroy the strings of her curse, stitch the boy made of shadows back together, and set her sisters free. I like the kind of cursed dark vibes that are going on with these books. Discover the enthralling gothic fantasy laced with dark magic, electrifying romance, and burning rage. Yes, that sounds incredible. This one's coming out in August, so I'm going to try and read it before then, hopefully. Next we have A Murder of Rogues. I think this one is also coming out in August as well. This one is set in Regency England. I'm going to read you the blurb just because it sounds so good and I will probably misremember the details. In Regency England, Cascabel Grey dreams of freedom and disguises herself as a boy to secure a place at Oxford University. After all, she's as comfortable in breeches as she is in ball gowns. Her plans are upended, however, when she receives a blackmail letter from Charles Lafleur, a member of an infamous secret society called the Rogues Club, threatening to expose her. But when Lafleur is found dead, the plot thickens and Cascabel becomes a prime suspect in his murder. Soon her life at Oxford begins to spiral out of control. Can she clear her name before it all comes crashing down? It sounds so good. The cover is beautiful. I know that it's done by Max Marin because he also did the cover of my upcoming book There in the Night, and it's so lovely to see the other gorgeous things that he's creating, and hopefully I'm going to read this one really soon as well. So next up, let's find another proof. I don't know whether I've hauled this one before, but it looks so good I'm going to haul it again even if I have. This one comes out in November. It's from Daphne Press and it's called A Rather Vengeful Accord. Now, another one where I read the blurb and I was just nodding vehemently, yes please. So it says enroll in this rivals to lovers dark academia fantasy featuring necromancers, gladiatorial combat and eldritch monsters. I've got really into, it sounds weird, I've got really into eldritch monsters lately. Hopefully you understand if you're watching this video what I'm talking about. I love how beautiful it looks. The proof is just gorgeous. I like the dark academia but with a different angle sense to it. This sounds really, really good. Now I'm going to put the first stack of books down. I'm having a bit of a reorganise and everything's just all over the place right now. Constant state of reorganising. So next up, I've been trying to buy every Waterstones young adult book of the month because I'm so excited we finally have one. It's something I've always been wanting and kind of hoping out into the void for, and now suddenly we have them. Super exciting, and they're sometimes doing really nice special editions for them, it seems so far. So we have The Witchleys by Annalise Avery, which is described as a swoony, witchy romantic fantasy about a young witch who's entering her debutante season, but her magic is cursed and she needs to find a perfect match to tether her magic or risk losing it forever. It sounds so fun. I've had this since June. I've really wanted to read it. Haven't got to it yet, so hopefully I'll do it soon. Then we got Aerostorms with another beautiful spread. This one says Weave the Storm, Win the Crown. It has a blurb from Laura Stephen and B. Fitzgerald on the front, so high praise from amazing authors. And it says, I am the girl who wove the storm that shook the world and I'm coming for my crown. is meant to be a really exciting debut fantasy, so I'm looking forward to reading this one as well. Then we have one with a slight more thriller and cult slant, The Goldens. How far will they go for her? One of the best debuts I've ever read. Also says Laura Stevens, so obviously Laura's been getting to read early copies of these fab books. And it says, dark, seductive and ruthlessly compelling, this is a cutting, deep exploration of tender girlhood and toxic obsession. And this is also special editions. Maybe they're always doing special editions for the books of the month, but they all sound incredible. They all look beautiful. I'm just really excited to give these a go. So next we have a little bit of a tangle. Let's get the books in order. So I went to Comic-Con in May. It was incredible. I got to see 3 panels and 1 workshop, I think. And one of the panels in particular was about supernatural creatures. So I picked up the books, bought them at the Forbidden Planet stall of a couple of the authors and got them to sign them. So I Kissed a Werewolf and I liked it. I didn't need to know anything, but the cover of this just is so gorgeous. And I don't know if the camera's going to pick it right, that's better. The cover's so gorgeous. The title just totally took me in. And then when I heard the author talking about it, this one's by Kat Hepburn, I was just, yes, I needed that one. And then we have Scarlet by Genevieve Cogman. I've not read any Genevieve Cogman books before, but I've heard brilliant things. And this one says on the back, just a handful of words that got my attention even before the blurb. France 1793, revolutionaries want blood, but vampires bite back. I mean, sold. That's all I needed to hear. All I needed to know. So let's get the next stack of beautiful books. Again, I can't remember if I've hauled this one, but I'm going to do it anyway. I had an ebook copy of this, and I've arranged to interview Andy at some point in the near future, so I really want to read the physical copy of the book because I haven't got around to reading the ebook yet. This one is a fantasy about some teenagers who go to Stonehenge, and a teen ends up, something happens and he meets some other teens who carry mysterious gems like he does, and they're plunged into a hidden world of power-wielding elementals. This sounds really fun. I'm going to get to it before I do the interview with Andy. Florence Given kept coming up on my social media, and I was just obsessed with the idea of this book about kind of people being able to live their best lives and kind of take back control, I guess. And it's one of those books that I think I've started reading it, and I'm reading it kind of in small pieces because it's quite a lot to digest for me. It's one where some of it, you know, you'll take or leave it, but then there's certain comments that just really hit home and you think, yes, I've been there before, I've felt like this before. So far quite a lot of it is really resonating with me. I need to remember to actually pick it up, so I'm going to put this one in a different pile. But so far, very, very good. This one, I don't really remember. I ordered it on Amazon because I saw unusually that there's an Amazon special edition. I haven't seen that many of those before, and it must have crossed my social media. It's called The Grimoire Grammar School, and I'm the parent of a young child, and I was just smiling as I read the stuff on the back because it seems like it's the experience of being a parent but set in the context of a magical school, which I found really interesting. This is a case where somebody's kindergartner is bitten by a werewolf, and then the mum and the daughter are inducted into this kind of supernatural school system. So, you know, when you're reading a book, you're thinking, man, I wish I had that idea because I can really relate to this. So highly excited to read this one. Next we have one, I think I picked this up in a Waterstones just because I saw this gorgeous kind of eldritch monster looking cover, purple edges. I read the back and it just sounds really fun. Cassie Thorne sells ballads in Bartholomew Fair. When children at the fair start to go missing, she decides to investigate the disappearances. With the help of her friend Felix and Tio, a pickpocket, Cassia discovers a sinister conspiracy at the heart of her city and whispers of a beast that lives in the deep dark. I mean, I love that. That sounds so good. Next we have V. Schwab's new book, obviously. V. Schwab writing a vampire book. I'm all over this. I haven't read it yet. It's quite chunky, so I feel like I need to dedicate the proper amount of time to be able to read it. Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil. I managed to get a signed copy, and it says on the back, 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. One grows high and one grows deep and one grows wild, and all of them grow teeth. It sounds fantastic, feminist, angry, just what I want, really. Next up we have Kill It on the Road by Stephen Graham Jones. I've been reading every Stephen Graham Jones book that I can get my hand on. I like the trope of kind of deadly cars, exciting chases, stuff happening on the road. I don't know much about this one, but I'm getting kind of Grindhouse vibes. I remember, was it Quentin Tarantino and Robert Rodriguez made a book? No, they made a film with these kinds of vibes. So I think that this might be something I'm going to really enjoy. That'll be a fun summer read. I've also only recently discovered T. Kingfisher. Yes, I know I'm a little late to the party. I've read quite a few of their horror books, and I thought I'd give a fantasy a go, and this was the beautiful SF and Fantasy edition, the Waterstones edition, a couple of months back now, I think. So I thought I'd try one of the fantasies and see if I like the fantasy just as much as the horror. Next up, a book that I've been seeing everywhere. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to read it yet because I ordered it excitedly for, I think it was for Gabby Reed's book club. And then I read the little warning at the beginning, and it says that stuff happens to a child in it. So I was like, okay, actually, I'm going to wait until I don't have one of those and I have, you know, maybe an adult or something before I pick it up. There's going to be so many good horror books I'm going to be reading in about 10 years time. Just saying. Next up, another author that I've done an event with recently, and I was sent this just before the event, so I didn't have time to read it, literally the day before. I've read other Bryony Pierce thrillers. This one is the story of Aphrodite, giving her a voice and more of a place in the mythology. Don't know loads about it, but from what Bryony said, I got the impression that Aphrodite is kind of a figure of seduction and mystery, but doesn't actually get much of her own story or agency. So this is her opportunity by Bryony to get that. Next up, I was sent this by Josie Jaffrey. It sounds really, really good. She said she thought of me when she was sending it out to authors, because it says on the back, the pirates of Charleston's golden age aren't as dead as you think. I mean, I think we're talking vampire pirates, are we? Are we talking? Yes, vampires. So I think that's why she thought of me. This is a bind up of the Quicksilver trilogy. So a really nice way, I think this is coming out soon if it's not out already. A really nice way to binge these books if you're wanting it. Chunky one, but it's really nicely presented. I love the hardback cover. So definitely one to add to your list. Don't think I've hauled this one. I'm having some doubts. I think I've only hauled the previous books in the series. I was just holding it up because I remember one of the other ones had spreadsheets, but obviously this one doesn't. This is the third book in the Scandal series. I don't know whether there's an overall name of it. So we had the Agency for Scandal, a Season for Scandal, and now a Game of Scandal. These books are really fun. They're about a detective agency. I think every member is a woman, and they specialise in helping women that kind of society is set aside, that the police and the court systems aren't helping them. I just think that I'm going to really enjoy this, as I have enjoyed the other books in the series. Oh, we have another proof that I didn't haul with the other ones. So we've got one that says on the front, Sisterhood, Seances, Solving Murders. And this one is the Society of Free Spirits, A Grave Inheritance. When Dolores unexpectedly inherits her family's fortune and maybe even her sister's ghost, she finds herself plunged into a shadowy murder mystery only she can solve. This one also comes out in August. So very, very exciting. I don't think I've hauled the latest Evernight book. This one though, I think might be the most beautiful. I keep holding it up and forgetting that the camera isn't going to manage that very well. Look at the spreadsheets. I mean, this book, Evernight and Illumicrate just really know how to create gorgeous objects of art. Even the end pages, everything is so well thought out. I've been meaning to try a Chuck Wendig book for a while. This seems like the right opportunity. Let's just see if I can reassemble it before I ruin these gorgeous pages. Okay, we are sorted. And then we have got All Better Now by Neil Shusterman. This was sent to me by Walker Books. I really enjoyed the Scythe books by Neil Shusterman. One called, I think, Dry, which was terrifying, about the world running out of water and what people would do to get it. And this one says, happiness is contagious, a virus is spreading. Those who catch it become profoundly happy, but happiness can be dangerous. I think Neil Shusterman's really good at taking a really high concept central premise and then spinning it out into a kind of what if on an epic scale. So this sounds awesome. And that is it. What a pile of books. There seems to be a lot of YA in there, which is nice because I haven't read that much YA recently, and it'll be nice to kind of return to it. And also a sort of a dark academia fantasy vibe, which I'm into. So let me know in the comments which of those books stand out to you. Which ones do you think I should read first? As always, likes and subscribes are really appreciated. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!